first one is a CHS Media Program Update. Dr. Ryan.
Thank you. Come on up. Media is a centerpiece of a lot of things that we do that's behind the scenes. They're an integral part of not only what our students at the high school get to experience, but really an interface with the entire Clarkston community. We have Matt Bleau here to kind of give us an update and some of the highlights.
Hi everyone, members of the board, audience members.
Former student at Clarkston High School.
Indeed, Clarkston alumni. My name is Matt Bleau. I'm the media production and theater arts teacher for both Clarkston High School and Renaissance High School. A while back, Independence Television and Clarkston Schools kind of merged their video program, and this year we're deciding, hey, let's make some more presentations to both the township board and the school board, just so that kind of the board and the community kind of knows all the cool stuff that's going on in the media programs there. Heidi, if you could hit the next slide there. Oh, yep, I got my clicker. I got it. There we go. First, a little bit of background about myself. As stated, I was a Clarkston High School graduate all the way back in 2007. From there, I went to Central Michigan, where I got my bachelor's of applied arts, majored in broadcast cinematic arts, minoring in theater, minoring in music. Stuck around, got my master of arts with a concentration in electronic media production. And then in 2013, that's when the township and schools kind of merged their video programs into one thing, sometimes referred to as the media program, sometimes referred to as Independence Television. And I was actually hired by Independence Township to be their full-time video producer. And after a while there, I became the station manager. And then in 2020, the previous media teacher who I had learned from, who inspired my initial love for media, retired. And I figured, I have an interest in teaching. Both my parents were in education. I figured if I was ever going to do it, this would be a good time. So in 2020, I applied for that job and was selected. And I've been teaching in Clarkston High School and Renaissance since then. And in 2022, I got my CTE, Standard Teaching Certificate, CTE Radio and TV Broadcasting Tech. And I actually have a couple purposes at this meeting. Not only this, but I'm a prospective tenured teacher here, so I'll be up again a little bit later there. First, let's talk a little bit about the program itself, the various productions the program does. Before I get into some of the specifics, I do want to note, aside from myself here, we do have some of our students in the audience here. We're adding a couple cameras to tonight's affair. We have one student kind of running the TriCaster and two other students running some additional cameras at tonight's event. They're not normally here for school board meetings, but this is kind of a similar setup when we're doing various live events. To kind of highlight the things we've done this year, we've done 4 football games, 4 basketball games, 2 soccer games, 3 lacrosse games, recorded and streamed things like Holiday Lights Parade, College 101 Night, State of the Community, Clarkston Area Youth Assistant Awards, and Clarkston High School Senior Awards. Those are just the things that have staff supervision, but also are run with the student crew. The students are running the TriCaster, which is the switching between the cameras. They're running the cameras. Sometimes they're running replay or graphics, things like that. And then some other things that have had either myself or the staff of ITV kind of assist on have ranged from open enrollment interviews, career and technical education teacher interviews, military wall dedication that happened a little while ago, elementary school history program. We have a summer media camp, and then we're even gearing up for a movie night with the Clarkston High School leadership program that's actually happening Wednesday night at Clarkston High School's parking lot, kind of doing a drive-in deal with kind of an inflatable screen there. But yeah, those are just the live events we've done. In terms of the regular classes, and this is both at Clarkston and Renaissance High School, so far this year, they've done roughly 12 PSAs, which are public service announcements. They've done 8 parody videos, 14 short films and documentaries, 10 variety show segments, 6 leadership promos, podcasts, Wolf Time announcement videos, currently finishing up their showcase film, which is kind of a capstone project, and some other various projects as well. The media program actually has 2 articulation agreements. Ferris State has one with a lot of career and technical education courses, but Central, we were able to start one up here a couple years back. And I think we were actually one of the first ones to do that at Central, and that's kind of blossomed, and now Central's having a lot of articulation agreements with other media programs. So students that kind of take certain classes and do well can then get college credit if they're pursuing media as kind of their career of choice in college there. And then a couple other things. We had Sam West win the Career and Technical Student Excellence Award. He's actually one of our camera ops here tonight. And then lastly, there are some paid internship opportunities for both current students and former students over the summer with Independence Television. We have, I think, 2 former students doing that this summer, coming back home, and we're going to put them to work doing some events and other things like that. With the class, some non-video stuff we do. We talk about film history, we talk about First Amendment concepts, certain legal protocols like copyright, some film analysis, and we've even started doing some field trips to MJR, where not only do we get to watch a movie on the big screen, but we also talk to one of the theater managers about what it takes to run a theater, and what goes into the scheduling, the master schedule for all the films, then have a class discussion on that film later on there. In terms of social media, Independence Television and the media program kind of run a lot of the YouTube stuff you see for both Independence Township and the schools, but I'm highlighting just the 2 channels that kind of impact you guys the most here. The first, Clarkston High School Announcements channel. We kind of do, we collect some announcements from various topics or events that are going on, and then I require one of my students to make videos. Those get kind of packaged together, and they're a part of the Wolf Time segment that happens generally once every other week, kind of twice a month. The stats from that channel from end of the April of 2024 to kind of end of April of 2025 had over 11,000 views and over 222 hours of watch time there. And I don't want to play the whole video, but I just want to play a little segment of it. Heidi, can you pull up that? Perfect. Perfect. Not going to play the whole thing, but just to give you a little taste, these are kind of what the announcement videos looks like for Wolf Time.
Hi CHS, welcome to the April 23rd, 2025 edition of the CHS announcements. I'm Sam West. And I'm Ian.
We have kind of our talking head piece, kind of our news style piece, and then we also have some graphics that we incorporate throughout the production as well. And then in this particular video, we even had them highlight a couple other things. This was right before Clue came out, so one student actually made like a promo video showcasing Clue, encouraging people to come out and see the show and get some tickets. And they got to film various things for that, including some of the rehearsals. And then the other video we had was right prior to AP testing here, and they got to talk about study tips right before AP testing kind of comes about there. So that's just one example of them. Didn't want to play the whole thing. If you want to watch them, they are on YouTube, free for anyone to check out. But just wanted to give you that little taste there. And the channel that is probably most relevant, the actual Clarkston Community Schools YouTube channel itself, where we're live streaming right now. From roughly end of April of 2024 to end of April 2025, over 25,000 views and almost 2,500 hours of watch time there. And on the Clarkston Community Schools YouTube channel, that's the sporting events, that's the school board, and that's a bunch of other videos as well that are school relevant, either produced by students or produced with other teachers or other staff, things of that nature. In terms of what we got coming up next, as Dr. Ryan mentioned, we got a couple events here. Leadership Movie Night coming up on the 14th, but then of course the big things are both the Renaissance High School graduation and Clarkston High School graduation, which we both record and live stream on May 29th and June 2nd there. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little taste of what's going on at both Clarkston and Renaissance in terms of the media program. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. But if you have questions later, my email's on the screen, mfbleau, and then of course at clarkston.k12.mi.us.
Any questions or comments? Mrs. McGinnis?
I would just say I really like the expanded format that you're using here. I know the beloved teacher prior to you was very exploratory in what he provided for students, but I really like the breadth of the programming that you're providing, the inclusion of both students and alumni in the working of the TV channel, and these extra leadership movie nights and stuff. I think they're really great, and I think they're a really great thing to help build community. I was talking to somebody the other day and said to them, if you're not in the basketball on the basketball floor or in the football field on Friday night, you're in the wrong place. I might have to add to that in the parking lot at Clarkston High School now.
There you go.
Any other comments? I told you just before the meeting, my son participated in intercollegiate across, and I watched a lot of live streams as part of that when we couldn't make the faraway games. And I have to say, the quality of the production that I see from you guys equals or exceeds what I saw there. In fact, I was embarrassed sometimes when I watched some of those other productions, but it's something that you folks can be very, very proud of. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.